Ich freue mich sehr, dass hier heute Abend oder am frühen Abend so viele Menschen gekommen sind, weil wir haben eine neue Reihe bei uns initiiert und diese Reihe heißt Deep Dive. Deep Dive, der Gedanke ist dahinter, Film ist ja Teamarbeit, es sind ganz viele Menschen, die dazu beitragen, dass ein Film toll wird und gut wird und denen wollen wir jetzt mehr Sichtbarkeit geben ab diesem Jahr. Und wir haben uns gedacht, wir fangen an mit dem Thema Sounddesign. Die Idee kam uns eigentlich, weil in diesem Jahr ganz viele Filme auch mit Ton gearbeitet haben. Da war zum Beispiel der Film In die Sonne schauen von Mascha Schelinski oder Sirat von Olivier Lacks. Aber man kennt aus der Filmgeschichte ja auch die Filme wie The Zone of Interest oder auch Sound of Metal, den wir auch beim Filmfest gezeigt haben damals. Und deshalb haben wir uns für Sounddesign als Auftakt entschieden und sind ganz glücklich, dass wir dazu einen der weltbesten Sounddesigner nach Hamburg gebracht haben. Und zwar ist das der Oscar-prämierte Sounddesigner Sylvain Bellemare. Er kommt aus Montreal, Quebec. Und er hat den Oscar für seine Arbeit mit Denis Villeneuve für Arrival gewonnen. Und er ist insgesamt mit 3 Filmen de facto sogar hier beim Filmfest vertreten. Und zwar nicht nur heute Abend mit dem Film Arrival, sondern er hat auch den Ton und den Sound für den Eröffnungsfilm Lovely Day von Philippe Falardeau gemacht. Und auch ein Film, der heißt Shifting Basslines, der läuft am Mittwoch bei uns im Programm. Von daher ist es fast schon eine kleine Hommage Sylvain Bellemare, die wir hier machen. Und ich freue mich sehr, sehr, dass Sylvain zu uns gekommen ist. Unsere Freundschaft zu Quebec ist immer groß. Und herzlich willkommen, Sylvain.
Thank you, Catherine.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Just a little how the thing will work now. Sylvain will do a masterclass on his work, and after that we will clear the screening room, and then at 8 o'clock the film Arrival will screen, because there might be another audience as well, so we have to change it that way. So I hope you will enjoy it, and we are looking forward what comes next year, what kind of Gewerk we will feature there. We are open for suggestions, and now I leave the stage to Sylvain, and
Okay.
enjoy.
Thank you.
Und danke, Entschuldigung noch. Ganz vergessen, als ich den Herrn in Grau da sah gerade, wir haben das hier gemacht im Kinopolis, weil das Kinopolis ist derzeit das beste Kino in ganz Deutschland, was den Ton betrifft. Und deshalb 1000 Dank an Olli Hansen und das Team, dass das hier möglich gemacht wurde. Danke, Olli.
So, welcome to the class. My friend Luca in the back will help us tonight about the various setup during the screening. So, Luca, you can put the first card. Thank you. So roughly, the next one. Thank you. So Arrival, as Catherine presented it by Denis Villeneuve, was released in 2016. It's based on a novel by Ten Chang called The Story of Your Life. It roughly follows the story of Dr. Louise Banks, which is an important linguistic teacher in the Midwest in the United States. And she's hired by the American Army to study and understand the language of aliens that just land on Earth on 12 different sites. The story, you will discover that in the film. I'm not going to tell you more than that. So during the class we will roughly follow this sort of schedule. I will just to say that we will see clips during the class, so you will watch the clips of a film, just the clips itself without any comments. Then afterward we will restart the clip again, but I will comment this time through microphones, so you will have a fresh memory of the clips because you just have seen it. Also, I just want to tell you that you're welcome at any time to ask questions. Feel free to ask it. Questions are very good during classes because they give fuel and energy to the moment, and there's always only good question. And I think we will have some people in the theater that will be able to bring you microphone, so like that you can be heard. And of course, if your English is not good enough, you can say it in German and somebody will translate it to me. So feel free. So great. So I can, Luca, you can go to the next card, please. So roughly, Arrival was a very pretty complex film to do with sound. For various reasons, you will understand it when you will see the film. As any kind of sci-fi movie, it always needs a very big crew. It's very complex because every single sound most of the time do not exist in real life. You cannot record them easily on set. So it's a complete construction of what the world of sound need to be. And in science fiction anyway, sound is always a key element, a key character to tell a story. So you have a certain idea here of the crew. I will come back to them in a few seconds. But first of all, we need to understand that within this film, you will discover that throughout the film, the aliens are sort of only one part of the film. There's a big things going on in the film with various topics. One of them is that there is a complex context of communication. You will see that communication between characters, communication between nations, communication with the aliens are always some kind of a challenge for the character, but even for every character. So communication was an important sound element in the film, and I will tell you a bit more later about that. But for Denis Villeneuve's vision, it was a key element to focus when we did the sound design. Also, Denis and we discussed a lot during the process, and we felt that we needed to have a world of science fiction without any sort of digital sound. It was something based on having a sort of very organic, natural sound. So we did, every single person that you will see there have been working on throughout this concept. So it was a very nice challenge, but at the same time, we have to say that organic sound are always a sort of texture that sound designer really appreciate to do their work. So it was a nice challenge, I will say. It wasn't complex in the sense that it was just our sort of natural skills to work with it, but at the same time, we need to show that a sci-fi movie can work without, let's say, digital or electronic sound, which is usually a big part of sci-fi movies. Also, one of the important things is that I want to tell about sound. This is sound in general, is that this is what I wrote here, diving into the director's mind. I think a great sound in a film is because you have a great director. A great film is because you have a great director. A great acting, I will say, is because you have a great director. But for that, you really need to dive into the director's mind. And this is a word for any kind of field in the cinema world, because it's without that, you will not be able to achieve your goal. And it's something that really needs to be understood by someone like me or anybody that works on a film, is that it's a crucial part of a film success, is to be able to forget your ego at the door and really go into the director's mind. And once you're there, this is what I like, it's becoming the director first critic. So once you're in that bubble, that director's mind bubble, then you can start to be a critic. But you need to jump, you need to go to that world, and which is not necessarily your world, and it's the best way to do cinema. And also because the director has so much pressure. They have so much things going on, especially on sci-fi movie. On a film like this one, it's crazy. It's all over the place. You're overwhelmed by all the challenges. And so roughly, this is the crew. I wanted to present them very briefly because they are all super important in the film. If we had a lot of success with Arrival, with the sound was nominated 11 times throughout different festivals in 2017, and we got 5 awards, and they are completely part of it. First of all, Joe Walker, the editor, the picture editor. Joe Walker is a very important editor in Hollywood today. He started his career with McQueen and in the UK. And Joe, beside his skills of editing, he's also a very good composer. He was very good at music editing during the process of editing, and also super good and nice and clever with sound design. So it was the first alphabet of the film, and so it's very important to name it. Composer Johan Johansson, who was unfortunately passed away in 2018, a crazy score he did for the film that really embraced also the sound design. I will forever be proud of his work. And you have various sound designers, name it, Dave Whitehead and Michelle Child, who were responsible themselves for the heptapod, the alien language, during the film. As themselves, they were like the first violin. They were like the singers if we were an opera. So all my admiration for their work too. Mimi Allard and Olivier Calvert that work a lot. Olivier Calvert on the shell sound design, and Mimi Allard on the ink, the spray ink that the heptapod are doing on the glass wall to write. Very important. And Bernard Straubel, which is the mixer of the film, who was the guy to collect all this work together to make it mix properly. Bernard is a very close companion of my work. I mean, and I'm a close companion of his work. And Bernard is also the recording mixer of Lovely Day, that Gretchen presenting, that did the opening last Thursday, and also the recording mixer of Shifting Bassline that will be shown Wednesday and Thursday at the festival. So, Luca, we can go to the next card, please. All right, so I will start the class itself by talking about, there is 3 kind of a concept that we can use in sound design that are quite simple to understand how sound design can be part of the language of a film, can be part of the narration and the storytelling. So first of all, we'll say roughly realism will be the sound we see within the frame, that the sound you really see itself. The way you will work this sound that you see on the frame will affect the scene the way you want. Could be a simple sound, could be a complex sound, it could be loud, could be low. And the way you're gonna follow, the way you're gonna mix the scene, the sound, sorry, of what you see on the screen will affect the scene itself. So it's very important to understand that realism in movies is not only realism in the sense that you work reality, but with a point of view. The second concept, naturalism, I will talk to that about later. But the third concept that I like to focus on is the metaphorical, which is unreal sound. And unreal sound are something that we use in sci-fi movie quite a lot to try to bring another world. And this is so crazy because you create a sound that does not exist in real life, but you take sound of real life to make it proper exist. So it's always a wonderful challenge to do with the sound design. So within Arrival, I think we'll cover these 3 ideology of sound, especially for the first scene we're gonna watch. It's a very simple scene. I wanted to show us how sound can be really part of the narration without telling much. So I think the sound that you're gonna hear are very simple, but they tell quite a lot about how you can tell the film. And this is also be part of an important, I wanted to show you all this a lot about that sound design is something that you really need a good script. You will see with the clip that I'm going to show you how the script was really written to have sound be part of it. It's also coming back to the fact that more stronger you have, more stronger your script is, more stronger your film can be. I think you can do a great film with a bad script, but it's pretty tough. You need a good script to do a good film. I think so. Of course, at the end of the day, we watch a film, we don't read a script, but you need a good script. And I think in that cases, as any other part of movies, sound need to have a great script to be able to express himself and be part of the film. So we are ready for the first clip.